Today we're going to be taking a look at Construct, but you're going to notice that something is off. Not only is the sky different, it looks more akin to that of a sunset, but you're going to notice certain other things like this giant rail. Even though this does look like it's mostly just normal Construct, there are a few cool secrets hidden within that I think make this a worthy map to showcase. So guys, settle in, we're going to be taking a look at building Construct. And first up, we have the large building. So the thing that's unique about this is it's not just a useless empty building. There's actually multiple floors. And yes, the tram system does come through here, which we will get to eventually. But we could see that there's a ladder going all the way up to the roof. So I think that's pretty cool because I think in the regular Construct, it's more so just an empty building with a few floors. And then naturally we go down to this building, the other large building, and this one has a door that you can activate by pressing this button. This ominous desk and chair that looks out into the outside, don't know what's up with that. But then other than that, it leads into the seemingly... Oh. Well, this is kind of odd. I definitely don't remember this in the regular Construct. But going into the shelter, we can see everything is pretty much the same. In fact, when you go into the dark room, you're also going to notice that everything is, well, more or less the same. I even looked everywhere, there's nothing hidden in here, it's just a standard dark room. But speaking of dark, what do you guys say we check out the secret room? You know, the classic one underneath this? Well, you're gonna notice that it also didn't really change all that much, except of course, there is now a door. Now, I was excited. I thought, oh, there's gonna be some cool secret behind here. But it actually just opens up into the dark room. It's pretty much just another way to get in and out of the secret room. You're also gonna notice though that we're missing the Construct poster. But don't worry, we'll get to that soon. Alright, so those are all the major buildings except for, of course, over here. And this is going to be pretty interesting because now this thing used to be completely empty, but now it's filled with lights. And we even have a little tram here that lets us go up and down. Now this does take a good while to actually get up, but eventually you will get to the top and you're going to find a much bigger platform. You're also going to notice that the ceiling looks like it opens up, and well, that's because it does. If you press the correct button, you'll open up the doors in the ceiling and you'll go all the way up to the roof, which gives you a really good view of the entire map. Now, this is all really nice, but what if there was a place that was even higher than this? And if you look up, hey, look at that, we have a floating island. That definitely was not there before. Now, of course, the question is, how do you get to that floating island? You're also going to notice that if you take a dip, well, there's something in the water. And we're going to get to that very soon as well. I know there's a lot of mystery going on. Let's go back to this building because we didn't get to fully explore it. And well, I got to be honest with you guys, I'm not quite sure how to get onto the upper floor here. If you go down here, you're going to notice there's really no way to actually go up. There's not like a secret path or anything. And you're also going to notice it appears that we're being watched, which is going to play into something later on. But let's pretend that we did find a way to get up to these upper floors. Well, here's the tram. So if you ever wanted to start it, simply get into the tram and turn it on. There might be a way to turn on the tram from the other building, which this does go into, but until now, take a seat, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Of course, I'm not going to because we have a map to showcase, but this pretty much just goes through this building, which again, there appears to be no way to activate it, and then it just goes out into here and then wraps back around. But we're going to go back into this room because there's a lot more hiding in here. First things first, I have no clue what these X's stand for, but it's pretty ominous and weird. But if you go up here, well, hey, look at that. This is what we were looking for in the secret room. It was moved up here. You can also see this is the updated map, and this is where you're being watched. So you might think, oh, this is just a static camera. But as you can see, it is anything but static. Alright, so now that we got all the basic stuff out of the way, it's time to go into the nitty-gritty of this map because there are some cool secrets and hidden things. Let's go ahead and go through one of these teleporters here. Going into the one on the left is going to take us, well, to that floating island. And there's a few cool things up here. For one, we can see we have a beautiful log cabin. And this cabin has a bathroom with a really awesome mirror that does work. And I must say, I look pretty damn good today. Other than that, there's really not too much here except for, of course, this random pond with a gnome at the bottom. Now, if you guys know, well, gnomes in Source games, This is not just a normal gnome. There's something to this. And we're gonna go ahead and take this back, or we can just fall. You know what? Falling's more fun anyway. And what do you guys say we go through that other teleporter? That is going to take us, well, here. This is the secret cave, and yes, this is that area we saw in the water earlier. Now, who doesn't love a cool underwater cave? But of course, we have a pedestal here, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what's going to happen. The gnome opens up a secret door. And this is the true secret of the map. This is ARC, also known as the Anomaly Research Center, Site 24C. A really weird, ominous site that is kind of reminding me of SCP in a way. But we have some chambers here to keep entities locked away, I assume. And other than that, everything looks all fine. But of course, that is not all. There's even more. But of course, before we do that, what do you guys say we get a nice, refreshing beverage? And of course, by that, I mean yeet the entire machine, because what do you know, it's hiding the secret that we're looking for. Now, of course, in Half-Life, you're going to be going through vents a lot. That's kind of a staple for Gordon Freeman. But of course, you're probably wondering what this even leads to, and let's just say it gets a bit darker than you might think. This is the AMTF, the Anti-Minge Bag Task Force. So it looks like a dilapidated version of the site above us, and there's some etched writing here. It says, "It was disbanded, and it's his fault. Not my fault. It was his fault, LOL." So even though it appears spooky, it really is just kind of a goofy secret room, and I love it. It's really cool. Obviously, Minge Bag sucks, or Minge Bags suck, I should say. But yeah, other than that, there's not really anything to do here. It's just a creepy, ominous place. There is this door you can go into, which is a more advanced looking chamber. But yeah, other than that, it's just an abandoned site that is supposed to be, well, an Easter egg, and it's right below the new one. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is a really cool take on Construct. I love Construct. It's one of the best maps ever, of course. And whenever people make a slight deviation or different change, it's always cool to see, but this was definitely a bit above that. But of course, not only that, we also get the navigation mesh and nodes for NPC fights. But what do you guys think? Is this an upgraded version of Construct with a bit more mystery thrown in? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. As always, leave a like, subscribe, links will be in the description. And until next time, thanks for watching and farewell.